First and foremost, good morning, everyone. Thank you. It's a humbling experience to be standing before you because never imagined that I'd be standing in front of a church giving any type of comments on a Sunday morning, but based on the 5 months I've been in this job, I know why I'm here. And I'll give everybody a little background on how I met Pastor Lou. So I was on a homicide scene in Atlantic City about 8 weeks ago, and I'm talking to one of the detectives, C.J. Durham, and we're talking about like what's going on the street. It was South Bellevue Avenue, and it was eye-opening. One of the things that was really eye-opening is there was no lights on the street, right? So it was darkness, and it was a really dark scene, and there were some people that were really struggling with life, not only with mental health and addiction issues, but poverty issues. And I watched it, and I stayed out there for 7 hours. I got there a little bit after 1 a.m., and I stayed out till 8 a.m. And I stayed because I couldn't leave, because what I saw was disturbing. I'm like, I need to do something about this. And the detective who was one of the detectives, we had about 10 people out on the scene, one of the detectives told me about Pastor Lou and told me about his morning text that he receives and how it starts his day and how wonderful it is. And I'm like, you got to get me on that text. And that's how my relationship with Lou started. And I started responding to the morning text, and to be frank with you, it made me feel good, right? So then we started forging a relationship, and Lou invited me this past week to serve over in Atlantic City, and it fell right in the mission with what I was doing. I was with our team, and we have a very, very, very dedicated and caring team. We have almost 185 people in the office. Some people that really, really care, that care about others, and they're serving others. So as I've gotten deeper into this mission, and I've been in there 5 months now, I started figuring out, hey, it's not lost on me that the chief role of the county prosecutor is to prosecute and investigate cases, but it's also to serve the people. And I created a community outreach division, which never existed before, quite frankly, in almost any county prosecutor's office in New Jersey. And the more we did, the better it felt. And we created this morning outreach in Atlantic City, which I was there Friday morning at 6 a.m., and we make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and hand out sandwiches and bottles of water, and we talk to the people and say, how can we help you? And one of the things that I've learned along the journey, not everybody thinks the way Pastor Lou and I do, and that's okay. Everybody can have a difference of opinion. And I keep repeating in the meetings that I have that these are human beings, and we're here to serve these human beings, and they're our brothers and sisters, and we're here to help them. And as I get further and further into the journey, I realize how blessed I am to actually have this position to make a difference and an impact, and have all of these people follow me and listen to me. And I can use, because I don't feel that I'm an important person, but the position is important, and I can use the position to be of service. And it's really how I've landed standing before you this morning, because on Tuesday, when Pastor Lou and I were standing on the street in Atlantic City handing out the meals that were prepared at the Piccalilli, he said, hey, why don't you come to my church on Sunday morning at 10 a.m.? I have the Legion Riders coming, but I would love to have you there. And I'll tell you, the text that you sent out yesterday was, how about you spend an hour in church and makes yourself feel better? And I texted him back, Lou, I think you're talking to me, right? And I'm here, right? And it's been an incredible journey. I never imagined I would have this job, right? And I had to meander my way through state level politics for a year and a half to get the job, which was an amazing journey. But it taught me a lot. It taught me about self-awareness, taught me about emotional awareness, about how to not take things personal and realize that it's not about you, and it's about other people, and it's about helping people. And regardless of what political party or what color of their skin or what denomination they are, we're here to help people. And I'm going to tell you, I'll wrap it up because I could go on forever because I've had so many great experiences, but I want to wrap it up with how my life has been going and how I think this is amazing that Pastor Lou and I have forged this relationship. So Friday morning, I'm out on the boardwalk at 5:45 a.m. I meet up. We have 3 teams. We split in 3 directions, one toward Ventnor, one towards the inlet, and one out on Pacific Avenue. And one of the attorneys in my office, who's the Chief Assistant Prosecutor in Special Victims Unit for Women and Children, he brought his son, and it was because their kids were off school, and it was touching. They brought his son's in Holy Spirit, and I had a really nice conversation with him, and after it was over, we all split up and, we do a summary, and everybody goes on about their day after a few hours of being out there. And he sent me, and I don't want to misspeak, Matthew 25:40, right? And I read it, and I felt so compelled by it that I actually took some of the pictures that we had from that outreach, and I posted the pictures and Matthew 25:40. And then I took my sons I came back to Absecon, picked up the boys, and I took my sons to St. Augustine. That's where we're looking at to send them for 8th grade in high school. And part of the open house at St. Augustine was the director of theology and priest, Father Bob. And both of them got up there and talked about Matthew 25:40. And I'm like, I'm in the right place. So I articulated it to people, and they looked, and they're like, wow, right? So, Lou, thank you for the opportunity. I have to tell you, it's extremely humbling, and I love it. So, thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.